Welcome to Talon Talk. I'm Jessica Query of Armstrong High School in the Armstrong School District. Talon Talk is a brand new show where we'll be going inside Armstrong High School and discussing topics that the students are talking about today. The goal is to spread awareness about issues that relate to today's students. On today's episode, we will be talking about TV production. This is a class that students can take if they want to learn about the behind-the-scenes part of media. In this class, students learn how to write a script, record videos, edit, and communicate well with others. The students produce a wide variety of videos, like music videos, short films, PSAs, and many more. We went out into the halls to see what our fellow students think about TV production.
Hello, I'm Brandon Mertland. I'm going to be interviewing a few just strangers, randoms coming through the halls about TV prod. Introduce yourself.
My name's Max Halman. I'm a senior at Armstrong High School. My name's Anthony Wolf. I'm a senior.
I'm Jesse Marcinek.
Hi, I'm in 10th grade and I'm Cerise Close.
Do you know what TV prod is?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on the level that you're in, but basically TV prod is built on a basis of media literacy, which is basically understanding messaging through imagery, manipulation, and things like that. So that's applicable to any kind of visual medium. In TV prod, in particular, in TV1, we're looking more at television broadcasting and video production. In TV2, we start to look a little bit more at film in particular. But the idea is there's a commonality of theory through media literacy that underlines all of it, built off of mise-en-scene and stuff like that.
Okay.
TV production is a class we have here at AHS where we learn about TV production, cameras, editing, a bunch of different sorts of things to do with making videos.
Class where we learn about the different aspects of film and how everything goes into make a film.
Would you consider taking the class?
Absolutely, it's a great class. Actually, I'm in it right now, so yeah.
I'm actually in it right now, TV1.
How do you feel about it? Do you enjoy it?
Very, very fun. Very fun class.
Have you watched any of their videos? If so, do you like any of them? Have any preferences, favorites?
I don't really have any preferences. I've only seen a few, but I like them.
All right, do you have any examples just off the top of your head?
The one me, Joey, and Clay did. That's the only one I really.
Oh, the drug video.
The drug awareness video.
That was a great video.
Thank you.
Good job in your role.
Thank you. Well, I started watching when I was at Canning, and I have to say my favorite video was Bad Boy Bonneman.
I think my favorite video so far is the one that Hayley, Woodside, and Joey made for the Elks drug prevention video.
It was a very good quality video. All right, and the content they produce, good quality overall?
Yeah, it's a lot better than what I was expecting when I took the class.
Yeah, I think that when people actually put effort into them and they actually like the class, they make really good content.
What do you want to see more of in this class?
I want to see a lot more editing. We don't get enough editing in, and it shows in our videos.
More like funnier videos. They're kind of, some of them are boring.
I think it'd be nice to learn more about how to, with the sound, and lighting. I think there needs more sound and lighting.
Do you think this class is worth it in the long run? Is this something someone could make a career out of?
I think that someone could make a career out of it if they choose the right software, and the right teachers.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We're going to get back to the studio.
Thank you, Brandon. Here with me today is Joey Crissman, a student here at AHS. Thanks for coming to talk, Joey.
Happy to be here.
What's your overall experience with TV production?
The overall experience is awesome, honestly. You get to learn a bunch of different stuff like editing, the basics of TV like mise-en-scene and such. You get to learn about different types of tactics and details within film, like different kinds of shots you can use, different types of equipment you can use, and just hanging out with your friends, making videos I usually don't get to do because you're usually just writing stuff down on a piece of paper like all the other classes. So it's really, really interesting and fun to be here.
What kind of projects do you guys do?
We do a lot of projects. One of the projects that we did recently was the documentary A Reuben's Grave. And Reuben's Grave is basically about this guy who killed himself. Well, he killed a bunch of school kids, then his school teacher then killed himself by tying a noose around his neck, throwing it the other end over a branch, and spurring his horse forward to snap his neck. And since we chose that, I wanted to actually have an actual investigation in the cemetery of where he killed himself. And we did that. Me and Hayley went first, and we heard these church bells, which is weird because there was no church there. And then the next day, I went again, and we had my brother, Jack, my cousin Ronnie, and Brandon Mertlin. And we went there, and we got 2 EVPs, which is an electronic voice phenomenon. The first voice said, "You have to work with him," which is really, really faint. It's on YouTube right now. You can watch it. You have to listen really closely to that. But the second voice said, "Leave now," which is extremely chilling because, like, who would say leave now? Because there was no girl with us, and it was a girl voice. So that was extremely creepy.
Wow.
And then the Harlem Wizards versus the Armstrong All-Stars video, which is roughly about 2 hours in length. It took me about maybe 10 hours to take all the clips and put them in order. And then it's taken me about 25 more hours to color correct and fix the audio to make it appealing to the people that are watching it. And it took me about 2 more hours to figure out the credits and the intro and the AHS outro, which I recently just made because I felt like we needed like a official AHS outro. And another project that me and Hayley Woodside did was a drug competition video that had Clay Chisholm, Max Hallman, and me starring in it. And what it was basically about is the theme was be a hero. And what was about it was this person, Travis, was going to go study with his friend Don, but instead he gets a call from his other friend Chet, who is a drug person. So Travis goes to his house, he smokes the weed laced with heroin, and he almost dies but wakes up in a hospital. And the doctor, which is played by Don Swanson, tells him that you could have died, but Don, which is played by me, saved his life. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
How about friends? And have you made any friends with TV production?
I made a lot of friends, honestly. The friends I made were you, Colt Miller, Hayley Woodside, Brandon Mertlin, and Mason Flanagan, MT. All those people that I named are like I can't really do any of their work without them because they're part of my group. And as a group, we function as like I'd say maybe a family, honestly, because we all just when we come up with ideas, we always get each other involved. We don't do anything without each other's acceptance.
How about your teachers?
Teachers, Don Swanson, my teacher, my mentor, my friend. He is special because he's not just a teacher or just a friend. He's basically my boss. When we worked on the movie Wish for Giants, and when we worked on he let me work on his other music video, Forest Queen. And having him as a friend and a boss and a teacher is special because you usually don't get that from a teacher.
Yeah.
And the other teacher, Chris Garetano, is another friend who he and I worked with on Wish for Giants as well. But he wasn't there as often, but he was still there. And it was always fun to have him there because he always brought humor to the place.
How about college? Do you plan on continuing with TV production?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to IUP for Communications and Media, and we went to IUP for TV Prod Trip, and the equipment they have now is a lot more revamped and expensive than they did. They have two huge monitors, and the cameras they use for their show are really expensive and really high tech. So I honestly cannot wait to get up there because me using all that stuff is going to be just unbelievable.
Well, thank you. That's our show for today. I'd like to thank the TV production students here at AHS for being our production crew today. They were led by their teacher, Don Swanson. Please join us next time for another look into Armstrong Junior Senior High School. For more information about this show, please contact Mr. Chris Garetano on the ASD website.